In part 1 of this tutorial, we showed you how to take items out of the Inventory IQ storeroom. Now we're going to take a little deeper dive into Inventory IQ. And to do this, we need to define some terminology. Your storeroom can hold items, and it can also hold tools. Items are consumable supplies that you take out of here and discard or recycle after they are used. They don't normally get returned to the supply room after you scan them and take them out. Tools are assets that live in the storeroom but are allowed to be borrowed with the expectation that they be returned to the storeroom. These are things like power tools that may be shared among team members. More information about tools is available on the Issue Tools tutorial. The important thing to understand at this time is that there may be stuff in your storeroom that are not considered items, and the barcodes associated with them will not work with your scanner in the Takeout Items mode. When you first log into your scanner, as described in part 1 of this video, your scanner defaults to Takeout Items mode. This makes things very simple, since most of the time you will be in the storeroom because you want to take out items. However, if you tap on the menu icon at the top of your scanner, you will find other modes in which you can transact business inside the storeroom. Depending on the permissions you have been granted by your manager, you will see between 3 and 9 menu options on this page. You can find out about those other options in other videos. For the purposes of this video, we are narrowing our focus to the modes that all users will have access to. As we have said, the default mode is Takeout Items mode. The only other mode available to all users is the Return Items mode. We said earlier that items don't normally get returned because they get used and then discarded or recycled. But sometimes you will want to return an item, and when you do, you will use the Return Items mode. Example of valid reasons to use return items are: you checked out the wrong pair of gloves and realize when you get back to your workstation that you got the wrong size. You check out 40 fasteners for a project and end up with 10 left over that you wish to return. It is very important that you understand that the Return Items mode should not be used for other situations when you want to bring something back into the storeroom, such as receiving new items, either from Hub or another vendor, or returning a tool. Not every user of the Inventory IQ system will be authorized to perform these and other operations. And if you have been granted these permissions, you can learn about the procedures by viewing other tutorials. If you are unsure whether Return Items is the correct mode to use when returning something, check with your supervisor. In part 1 of this tutorial, we introduced the option of assigning job codes to transactions. Switching between modes will remove the code, so you have to add the code after every switch if your supervisor instructs you to use job codes. You've taken out the wrong gloves and you want to return them to inventory. You authenticate, enter the storeroom, and pick up the scanner to log in. You find your name and touch it to log in. You go to the menu and select Return Items. If you are using job codes, now would be when you would enter a code. You scan the glove barcode and put the gloves away. Hit Submit to record the transaction, put the scanner back in the charger, and exit the storeroom. Thanks for watching. You're now equipped to handle the basic takeout and return operations of the Inventory IQ system.